Hi all, good morning. I'm sharing my screen. Let's see. Is everyone able to see my screen and able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the previous class, like we have seen the data binding techniques with the help of something like expression or interpolation, as well as something like with the help of NG model directive, and we have seen about and the project setups and other things, something like the packet traces and like what it contains, and like how will be bootstrapping things, something like how it will be happening, and as well as something like integrating and like bootstrap with our application, and as well as something like how we'll be doing here, just this parent to child communication as well as from the children to parent communication. Now we can take as a class 3. Sorry guys, I haven't shared this one in the chat so that I will be sending by after this class. And today let's go with the angular life cycle hooks with the component, and just like that we can start one by one thing. Okay, start one by one thing. We have already created the project, just like let me run the application. Like whichever we'll be doing it, it will be taking from our will be okay. First I'm going to write about the life cycle hooks. I'm going to write about the life cycle hooks. Life cycle hooks in the sense these are the major things which is supported for these are just like this will play major role in total application for components, directives, pipes, services, for all things, something like that. And in this today, I'm going to explain about one by one life cycle hook and why we need to use it, and like what is the purpose of it. Like what will be happening whenever any life cycle event is triggering, it will be response to particular events in the life cycle of a particular component or directive by implementing one or more life cycle hook interface in our Angular core library that will give you an opportunity to add a component or directive instance at the appropriate moment. It helps to do some operation based on some situations. How it works? It changes from one movement to another, one movement to another. That is the way how I can say it. And let me go with the sequence order. First one with the help of ng on changes. ng on changes will be like hook. It will be response whenever accurate input value is getting changed. Decorator changes, sets changes the value. Let me show how our ng on changes will work. Like we have already created our app chain component. Let me put our ng on changes. Actually, I'm going to put a console.logs to differentiate when the first thing is getting called, when the second thing is getting called. If you see here, first it's called as ng on changes. Next, I'm going to print on the ng on init. See, ng on changes, ng on init. Let me comment that event emitter like the output thing. If you see here, the order first life cycle hooks is something like ng on changes. Whenever any value is setting or just like this, it will pick the term like you can perform or significant thing. Whenever some events are coming, like you can do with that. And as well as one more thing you guys should remember with the ng on changes, like we have the changes something like it's a simple changes interface type. It will be holding the data with the our parameters like current value and first change or not. And as well as previous value. Previous value by default like it will be undefined. Like whenever we are updating the value with the change of tag, it's scanned. And I'm going to change the zero line, so it will be coming two times. Because something like I have changed the two times. Before change of tag, now change of tag zero. Before change of tag zero, next change of tag zero nine. And like how many times, like any number of times, suppose if I keep on changing it, he will be keep on coming that many times. That is the ng on changes with the simple changes interface or just like that property type I can consider it. And next is an ng on init. And our initialization starts on the angular component. If you see here in the ng on init, like after our ng on change, like ng on init, it get to the next is an ng to check. If you're changing at something like if you're doing something like that do check also like it get triggers. It means for every change detection strategy that will be keep on calling. For every change detection strategy that will be keep on calling. So change detection related like you'll see in non class like the last time we'll be taking it. For every change detection strategy and come one it get triggers. Next. NG after content in it. whenever some data is getting installed from a child or something, it will be just like our whenever our Angular project is something like our external content if it's getting assigned to our component itself with the help of child or some other things, that time like it will be getting triggered. If you see ng on changes, it goes first time like ng on in it to check and ng after content in it. It will be getting called for it will response after Angular projects external content into the view that is in directive. I mean like with the help of directive or chains. With the help of directive or chain components, suppose if any content is getting assigned from that, that will be getting triggered. Any doubts up to now in this four lifecycle hooks? ng after content check. It will be response after our Angular checks the component. Angular checks the content projected into directive component. It is if you see this and all like it's in camel case. First it start with the small letters and like after that like it's an this is the final after checking the content initialization. Next is an ng after we check. Sorry, not before that. Like ng after we edit. After Angular initializes the component at directive, it means once the total initialization is finished with the alpha component and restriction and all things like that will be getting together. If we see Angular lifecycle loops and all, like it can with all the methods only. You see here after total installation, after we once our total installation is done, that time like it will be getting called, and finally After angular checks, use and chain to use the view that contains derivative. It means like once our total things is finishes, like it will be just like happening in the same stage. Finally, ng arm test. Clean up just before our angular test rise. For clean up, just like bananas, the browser elements are just like make me an empty variables to the issues. That are purposes like you can easily do it. Like for example, just like basis no condition, like I'm going to have it right now. Let's see, like if you see here, all the life cycle events got called whenever I'm clicking on the toggle, no? Okay, I have created the variable, but I have not kept any like condition over here. Star ng if this is not like I will explain later, but so now hides it. But if you see here, our energy is like stars. Whenever I click on like here, so total life cycle looks events again it counts because it initializes again. Like whenever I'm clicking on this one again, our NG and hashtag it counts. You will see here, all our life cycle looks get called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a 7 life cycle looks, it got called. Is it clear or any doubt in this life cycle looks? Please ask if you
Uh,
guys have any doubt. Yeah.
like NG and destroy, it will. What is the purpose exactly in that? It's like only hiding purpose or
No, not the hiding purpose.
okay.
Whenever, like, suppose this life cycle looks under like while activating it's calling, right? I mean, like, while our component get activated, when it will get activated, suppose if you use our selector, this is an abstract selector. Whenever suppose our component is getting loaded, our total life cycle events is getting called, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever that component is getting destroyed, either from the routing or just like while closing things and all like that time like that destroys it will get called.
Okay.
See, this destroy in the sense like while activating these and all life cycles are available, but while destroying, suppose if you want to do some logic, it mean like we are losing child component. For example, like I have clicked on the button, we are losing the child component. That time, suppose if you want to do some operation, we'll be doing those things. This life cycle usage, like you will be getting know like when I mean I'm going to explain about the RJS concepts. There are some of the offer returns and just like observables to sustain the things and all. In that time, like you guys will understand.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. And this is not just like right now, like I have kept only console and logs. You guys can do any operation. Like yesterday, like we have did about like emitting the particular value for at the right output event emitter. And one more thing you guys should know, like here by default in our angle and like it gives and like with the this are not life cycle looks, but internally they will be maintaining with the interfaces. If you see here in this on init interface, like we have the ng on init method. ng on init method. See, and after we checked having something like our ng after we checked. Like that, like if you see here after we init, like we are having ng after we init method. Like that for every interfaces, like we are having different types of functionality. See attributes. There are just like different types of I mean like interfaces are available. With that only like we are going to do in operation. For example, like if you implement this interface now, like we need to have mandated in that method. Suppose if I remove that one or just a comment the thing, so it will be giving an error. Like please implement that method. If you see here, it tells here like in the child component with currently implemented interface. And let's try. If suppose if you click on the quick fix and just like implement that one, like, it will be implemented the ng and let's try like with this, like this. Suppose if you use the I mean like interfaces, like we need to implement the particular methods. Others like not required. Everything is optional, but if you put as the implements as that interface name, so that this events get called. I hope like all the I mean like lifecycle looks usages you guys got like whenever update input value is getting changed on a side that time ng changes ng and in the sense like our initializing it will be getting called an engine to check if any changes is getting happened in the total component that time like it will be calling this one if any content is getting initialized from the children or just like directive thing that time it will be getting called and like after check it out. Once our content projection is completed, to check that one, this is the thing. And you have to rewind it. Once our total installation is done, that will be getting triggered. And finally, and after we check, that will be just like to checking our anything is getting installed or not, that thing. And finally, you understand. To understand it, like you can handle different types of logic, suggest like different types of functionalities, like you know, call it. That is with the help of NG and destroy. Might be in the angular like very big basic building blocks about if they are asked, like we can just like I will be writing those things as well. So if you guys won't forget anything. These are the building blocks of best building blocks of an angular. Sometimes some people like life cycle looks also like they can call like basic building blocks, but for to make an angular application, what are the main things is required? They ask like we can say like we have the several modules, directives, pipes, services, and all the things. With all of this only like we can create our main thing with the angular, like we can say with that. And whereas the life cycle looks, we can say in this order, and if there are something like differences between like constructor and engine, you guys can say something like constructor, like we'll be using for to having the class level variables references, and giant we can say well installation of how we want to do any logic, like we can handle with that. In that case, we can explain those things. And already like we know the components and just like from parent to child communication and children to parent like interactions already we know it. And and you guys know what is the module, right? That I have explained. Whichever it will be containing the upgrade ng module as a decorator, that will be containing as a module, and it will be containing the different stages. If you see here, declarations like it will be for the purpose of components, directives, and pipes, whereas imports to import our external modules and custom modules as well. Providers to register the particular services and as well as something interceptors, and like a bootstrap thing like to bootstrap into our view, and this will be just like common for everything. And the component also already we know like alternate component like whichever it is concerning it is a component, and where the runtime announcement is also like we have seen it. Now we need to go with the directives. Next is the pipes and services. Directives in the sense like whichever will be considering of the upgrade direct to decorator. It is also it will be combined the selector or direct to name. Okay. The directives in the sense it will be working in the single HTML element for the purpose of if you want to display or not, the modification, named direction, pass the settings. This one things like it's possible with the director, I can say it. This one it's possible with the director, I can say it. Okay, and like we have the three types of derivatives. One is the second one is the attribute derivative. And the custom derivative. This is the like this many tests that will be getting occur. Not we can have we cannot use two structural derivatives on same element. Like whichever I have explained about you guys regarding an NG if derivative with the NG like each chain. The star NG if is there, no? That is the one type of structural derivative. This is the one type of structural derivative. So whenever our each chain is getting true, no, that time that element it gets enabled and just like it will be getting initialized. And whenever this is getting false, that time it won't display our compound name itself. It means, however, like we have the CSS, right? Like visibility hidden and our display none. In the same way, this star ngif it will be working. You can consider like our display none and just like ngif also, both the things are same. Whenever that is true, like it will be adding it, like whenever or not, like it won't display it. Display black and none in the same way, like in the ngif also. For displaying the content based on Boolean condition. With a Boolean condition, like it will be happening. With a Boolean condition, like it will be working. Either it should be display or not, nothing like it will be deciding with that. Get chain data. That nothing like with the help of star ng if. Next is the star ng for. Like I will be implementing an SQL direction. Something like call it something like like there no HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, TypeScript. Other list I'm going to create right now. But they like that. I'm going to use the one more derivative called strategy for like which will be using for to iterate the which will be using for to iterate the one list of the items. Let item of list. If you see here, whichever the elements is available in our TypeScript file, to iterate that one in the HTML with the help of star ng for let item of our list. And I'm printing with the expression or interpolation This thing already we know that is for one way data mining purpose. If you see here, we got our list of the items. It's been generated with the order list. If you want in the unordered list, we need to use the URL. You guys already know those things like in the HTML line. We have practiced already. In the different scenarios, like we can use it, like we can create the tables, we can create the rows, we can create the columns, we can do any type of operation with that. Is it clear the star ng for syntax?
Yes.
Okay. It will be using for to iterate list of items in Angular. For example, like here we have taken a string state. We can take the numbers, we can take the objects, we can take the different types of things. That is depends on you guys. However you want to have it, like you guys can have it. Already we know the array methods, right? Other thing. With the help of array method, like I'm going to convert from the array of strings into the array of objects. Let's say list equal to this dot list dot map. Now why error coming? Because it is telling like already like it's not assignable to string array. Like, we are getting object right now, but here it doesn't have it. So right now like I'm going to create a new type of thing so that if you see here like the numeric it is all objects only because from our array of strings to I have converted into array of object. Let's see like I'm printing the console.log what value to be printing it and like how we need to iterate and make it print. If you see here in the console like it will print array of each object like name as a key and value as a value. That one how we will be printing it like let's see like here if I run the item you can print it or else something like that. So like let me go to this like this like element of name you are printing it. Whenever array is getting activated, so if you see here in that HTML like how we printed in the item I'm trying to find the name because if whenever the object is available like here like object like I'm generating it like which is contains the name and we can have the age and we can have the different types of things something like to print the multiple operations also like you can do it. That is with the help of ng4. And suppose if you want to get our like while iterating of each item index, that I equal to index. See here, the index is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the array already we know something like it will be coming from 0. So I'm doing the plus 1 so that it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. However, you want to find the index on the ng4 like let I equal to index like you can do it and you can use that index. Suppose we're clicking on the each item like if you want to do some operation you can have the event handling something like this. A click event. You got to have a click event. Get selected item. So here I'm going to take the current item. Right now, like my strategy, like I'm putting as any time. You guys can have like with the interfaces also. Like what type of interface it's there. Like I'm selected as CSS, like it can be a CSS. If I select as a TypeScript, it will come as TypeScript. If we select as a bootstrap, like it will become as bootstrap. Like what are the current selected item I have put it as a click event. So we are passing the same current item so that like we are getting the same element over there. It means to access the dynamic element like whichever is getting created, it's taking the same operation. Same operation. If this is clear, like as if
Yes.
yeah, we can access the like I equal to index. Okay. There is a thing to enter the list of items in Angular, like either list of strings, list of numbers, list of objects, again list items, like any type of things like we can have it, like we can do it. And tomorrow we'll continue to just like have the ng for I mean like ng switch, and later like we can create our custom directives, attribute directives, something like how we usually say it. Tomorrow we'll be finishing directive spending concepts, and this time maybe we will be going to start about some of the UIs and then pipes. If any doubts you guys can ask, or else something like I'm going to wind up right now. Hope that's good.
No, no.